Oh, hello.
Cheers for 200 subscribers. I know it's a very small number in comparison to like literally almost any other YouTuber, but to me it feels like a bit of a community is being built up here, slowly but surely, which is a pretty cool thing to see. With this number in mind, that means that we're 1/5 of the way to finally overthrowing the Dominican Republic of Congo and establishing it as our own nation. I mean, we're 1/5 away from reaching that YouTube partner program, which is pretty cool. Not to sound cocky or anything, but I reckon at the pace we're going it, we'll have beaten PewDiePie in subscribers by the end of the year. In all seriousness, thanks a lot for pressing the funny little subscribe button. It's pretty cool to see a stupid little hobby turn into something that can be seen by people from all over the world and to start growing a community of people on the internet through comments. If you're not subscribed, by the way, now may be the perfect time to hit that wee button along with the wee bell to join the cult. I mean, totally normal community with no malicious intentions whatsoever. Cheers for sticking around for this. And now let's actually get into the video you clicked on to see. So before we really get into it, I'm gonna put both the special assignments and the sniper assassin mode into F tier. Because the special assignments are glorified elusive targets behind the paywall of the gold edition. And the sniper assassin is just kinda. Need I say more? I mean, I probably could. But I'm not a good reviewer. So Hawke's Bay gets a D tier. I'm only giving it 1 tier above those last two because it kinda works. In terms of a Hitman game, it is a pretty self-explanatory as a first mission. But as a tutorial for someone completely new to this franchise, it's not that great. That's where the 2016 tutorial missions come in. In that way it kinda expects you to have played the previous game, which is quite shit but understandable enough, I suppose. Anyway, a D seems fair enough. Miami is an easier tier. Just a good opening mission and shows how much this game has changed in its sequel. With the large crowds, the racetrack itself, and of course the flamingo suit. The flamingo suit is the most important factor here. Just a good mission. Although the whole Android testing facility side of the map is a bit forgettable, the mission more than makes up for that with the main attraction of the racetrack and the whole lot of opportunities that gives the player. Santa Fortuna is when the game decides to slip in quality for a few missions. At least in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it's still a decent map. Just not my cup of tea, I suppose. Maybe because it's extremely large and how it all interconnects. I believe I've said before that I'm a fan of more smaller and condensed maps rather than large and confusing ones, so that may have been a big part of my decision to give this map a B tier. I was contemplating putting Santa Fortuna in C tier, but then I remembered Mumbai exists. And I fucking hate Mumbai. Not as much as the special assignments or sniper assassin, but I do still hate Mumbai. For my reasoning, please refer to the Santa Fortuna ranking and remember how much larger and more crowded Mumbai is compared to that map. C tier. If you like it, that's fine. I'm just saying you might want to book an appointment into Arkham Asylum. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they did for Whittleton Creek, as it's very heavily inspired by A New Life from Blood Money, which is one of my favorite missions in that game. It's probably not as memorable as the original version, but definitely not bad. A decent amount of opportunities and all that good shit. The one thing that is not good shit is having to find the bloody clues every time you want to play the mission normally. Forced side objectives like this have been a problem with Thus Trilogy ever since Sapienza and the virus objective. At least in Blood Money it usually was in close proximity or related to who you were killing, so it wasn't too much of a hassle. In these games, though, you kinda have to go out of your way to do them, which can be annoying. Rant aside, I'm gonna give this one an A tier. After playing this map for a couple of years now, I still don't really know how to feel about this map. On one hand, it's a gradual increase in set design while also providing that sandbox element that is absolutely key to a Hitman level. And on the other, it's a large map with small little areas you'll probably never know they were there. At least they made extracting the constant an optional objective. Definitely wouldn't want to be escorting him out for a whole 5 minutes just to complete the mission. Then again, you can dress up as a knight and go on a rampage, so it's pretty much borderline perfect. Obviously that's a joke, but anyway, my shit humor aside, I'll just chuck this into B for now. This is the best map in the game and I'll fight you if you suggest otherwise. Just a nice condensed map with tons of little secrets and bits to uncover. One target and one objective make this map not too incredibly overwhelming. Unless you want to challenge yourself and take out these two along with your main target to get the data instead of robbing the bank vault. Speaking of the objective, I guess you could find it annoying, but I personally don't mind it. I mean, if you're making a bank mission, You better let me rob the goddamn bank. S tier. Haven Island, much like the Isle of Sgail, is a map I'm still pretty conflicted on. I actually think it's a decent enough map, but the inclusion of a third target as well as the big mansion with a gigantic bunker underneath it makes this map a little too large for my tastes. Maybe if Tyson Williams was removed as a target and the mansion, bunker area were removed and the map was more focused on the actual resort, I'd like it a bit more. I get it has to explore the shadiness behind the whole place, but that doesn't mean you have to put in a fallout shelter under a big mansion, right? Also, I like how in the cutscene at the end of this mission they imply that Lucas might have betrayed 47, but in Hitman 3 they completely retcon it because it made absolutely zero sense. That's not a factor in my ranking of this map, by the way, just something I wanted to mention. I think AB is fair enough here. Alright then, that should about do it. With any luck I'll be back next month to rank Hitman 3. As of writing the script, the freelancer location hasn't came out yet, so it won't technically cover everything. But if the map isn't released by the time I start working on the Hitman 3 video, I'll be sure to add it to the tier list in a separate video following Freelance's release. So I'll see you soon, maybe. Like and subscribe and hit the wee bell icon if you haven't already. It's completely free to do so, and you can always change your mind later. Anyway, with shameless self-promotion out of the way, I hope to see you again. Have a good one.